Last year, in Kigali, to mark our 10th anniversary of African News Agency, we invite our community, African leaders, ministers, business leaders, tech entrepreneurs, artists, all of them, to initiate this dialogue, shaping the future of African media. Narrative shape investment, they shape trust, they shape economic opportunities, they shape the future of nations. For the Africa we want, but also the Africa we deserve, the Africa populations deserve, the Africa the young generation deserve. I would even say the Africa the world deserve. I really believe that Africa has a voice to carry, another path to propose. Your voice.
Africa has wealth, Africa has potential, but how to transform this potential and this wealth in operational capital? This is the key question. Japan did it by changing its mindset, say that it's its identity and to appropriate the Western techniques to be able to develop themselves.
And the narrative, whoever controls the narrative, controls the present and the future.
This morning's gathering here seeks to address how do we own our narrative. Once we own our narrative, we are not going to pay $24 billion of a narrative tax. If we own our narrative, we'll present it as it is.
People say it's been inspired by the big tech. When I say big tech, it's the GAFAM, Google, Apple, Facebook, you know them. So I think these are the issues. Rather than just focusing on should we use it, are we going to lose jobs, let us look at the bigger issues. The bigger issues is who controls the AI that we're using, how do we make the African narrative into that AI, how do we get compensated for our work that is being used to train those AI.
This is normally done to make sure that we educate Africans to understand where we came from and then where we are going, because the world we are living in now is now about information flow, and how you own the information is also determines how you drive the narrative about the information. So for me, African stories, we have amazing African stories. We just have to make sure that we have good distribution system that would make every Africa have a piece of the story that we have, and not just Africans but even the world, so that would position us in a very good light where we can drive in a lot more investment and economic development for our people.
Journalism is a public good. The minute we understand it and we try and have our authorities, our interlocutors understand that we're doing public good, but yeah, I think things can start to change.
We are building more operators than leaders, but I can see policy makers here, so I believe after this conference there's going to be a change. Yes, I believe so.
Africa at some point has to hold their own, because the stories are on the continent. If I lived in the US or if I lived in France, you know, that isn't my space. My space is here, and this is where the stories are. And I think that it's important that we hold on to our stories, we hold on to our identities, and not have other people come tell our stories and interpret it the way they want to.
To launch the first Pan-African fund, and this is important, it's not an association. It will be the first Pan-African fund dedicated to the African media. So it's officially the launch of this fund and an official call to our African leaders. We not invite them to contribute, they have to. The difference is important. So follow us, share it please, and of course join us. Are you ready for that? Ready to change the narrative? Ready to write a new page of our history? Because this new chapter begins here with you today.